You want honesty, I'll give you honesty. So, hi, my name is Philip Green. If you don't know that, now you know. That's a great reference. I'm struggling to even formulate a sentence today, so this video is going to be quite... So seeing as Britain's Got Talent is on at the moment, and I do watch it, and I was on the show back in 2013, I thought I would tell you of what really happened on the show. I just dropped my coffee. So this is the story all about how my life got twisted upside down. So I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'm going to tell you how I became a Britain's Got Talent person with really bad hair. So it all started in 2012 when I did a Christmas pantomime with the beautiful George Sampson and Larry Lamb, the nicest people I have ever met in a production. We got on like a house on fire, except that's a really bad thing if a house gets set on fire. So we got on really well. So during this pantomime, I was a dancer. I got concussion on stage, which is another story time, and then I got literally neurovirus. Comment below if you want to hear that in another story time. Believe me, it involves flippers and a pole and my head. Great. And a hemorrhage. Okay, I need to stop. This is not that story time. I want to tell that story now. There was a Christmas party at this panto. I decided after one drink that I would do a few impressions, and the reception of it went really, really well. I shared a dressing room with George Sampson for a bit, and he said to me, you know, maybe you should go for Britain's Got Talent. Anyway, at the time, online, there was this thing called Star Scouts, and it's where someone submits you for Britain's Got Talent, and then they put you up. Now, George put me up, and I had a link to one of my videos on YouTube. Now, this was not a YouTube thing. It was a voice reel, literally just Phil W. Green voice reel impressions. And they are awful. Yay! Like my life! It's all over the place. I'm dying inside. It was January, and I got a phone call, literally out of the blue, and it was like, hey, it's Kat. Can you come for an audition for Britain's Got Talent? I was like, sorry, what? Hello? Yeah? It's on Wednesday. It was Monday, okay? I was like... I had a mini panic attack. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit down. I had to keep walking around. So I was just panicking. Is this in front of the judges? She was like, yeah, Simon Cowell will be there. Froze. She then, at 10 p.m, asked me to do some impressions down the phone as a mini, kind of seeing what I could do. So there's me on my own in the house, not knowing what to do. And I was going, oh, yeah, I can do some impressions. Peter! Peter! And they were dreadful like that. I did not eat for 2 days because I was so anxious. I remember trying to eat a yogurt and nearly throwing up. It was that, nerve-wracking. I knew that this was a big deal. This was a big deal. A big deal. The time you entered it should have been like, oh my gosh, Simon Cowell going to send me what I do. I sing Wheels and Bus. So after not sleeping, not eating, I decided to go for this audition. I get to the place. It's incredible. I'm there for 11 a.m. Okay, I'm sitting down in this, waiting room with, loads of other, people and interviews and stuff, and I'm sitting there. You're not allowed your phone because you're not allowed to, tweet or show anything that's happening behind stage because they want to keep it secret. It's good, even though I'm ruining it now. Great. So I sat there for 12 hours stewing in my own sweat, worrying about what was happening. They did interviews with you and you have to talk to the camera, and obviously the interview that you can probably see now where I'm and I get really frustrated is because I'm so nervous and anxious. I can't even formulate sentences, okay? I don't even know what words are at this point. I'm going, yeah, kill me. I'm dying. So the time comes and they're like, Philip, it's your turn to audition. I don't know if I can do this. Can I do this? I'm flapping, like really flapping, getting myself into such a mode. And then I walk downstairs to the thing, and let me tell you, those buzzers that you hear when someone gets buzzed is the loudest thing you will ever hear. It's like, ah! I walk around the curtain to the side of stage and I see Ant and Dec. They're like, oh, are you okay? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm okay. And they're like, when you ready? And then they push you on stage. Like, I got to the point where I was gonna die and I just went, hello! Because I was so nervous and so panicky that it just all came out. It literally just came out. Like my poo. Down my leg. I didn't poo myself. I nearly did. I instantly heard laughter. Now, when you hear laughter when you walk on stage, I was like, thank goodness. Thank goodness. It kind of relaxed me a little bit because I thought, okay, they're already laughing. That's like half the battle. They just got to understand that I can do impressions now. So I then talked to them, and when I say everything's a glaze, it was like I had glaucoma. Now, I had this. I felt like a horse. I was like, what am I doing? I just remembered looking down and seeing like Alesha in like a red thing, and then Amanda with a blue dress, and that is all I remember, and then just lights. Anyway, it came to audition. Now, a bit you didn't see is me actually turning around to them and saying, can I just have a shake? And they were like, what? I was like, no, I need to just shake off my nerve. So I literally went down to the floor and was like, blah, 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 blah. And they just cut it, and I'm so glad they cut it because I look like an octopus. Now, my plan was, do them as fast as you can so that they don't have a chance to buzz you. When I say I did them really fast, I had a 3-minute slot. I did it in a minute. It was literally like, oh my goodness, have you seen the bacteria out here? Oh dear. Peanut. They cut a few impressions. Like, I did Family Guy, but they decided to cut them. I did Bruce Forsyth as well. Now, it wasn't my best audition because I was so nervous. I've never been like that before. But I got through. Now, I left the stage. I was like, what just happened? Ant and Dec were there. I left. And I went home. It was like a whirlwind. You go out there, you do that, and then you leave. I was like, what is this? What is this? Who are you? 4 bowls of cornflakes I had the next day because I hadn't eaten for ages. I remember saying to Ant and Dec, like, yeah, I haven't eaten in 2 days. I've only had a yogurt. Which was half a lie because I never ate the yogurt. So you wait for a bit, and then you're thinking about a call, because the next stage is like the deliberation round, where they pick like 40 or 45 people to go through the round. And I thought, I don't even stand a chance here at all. Basil even agrees. Now, let me tell you, you think that those pauses in that, when you're watching the show, are added in. No, they're not. Simon Cowell stood there and spoke to us and was like, okay, you know you're all here. And I'm not lying, it was like that. It was the slowest thing. Now, at this point, I was grabbing a cork in my pocket. Apparently, if you put a cork with a penny in like a 50p in it, it's good luck. I'm grabbing it like dying inside, and he goes, you're through to the semi-finals. Now I went like this, and then I ran out of the room looking like a seagull trying to take off. I just look like a complete knob. So, after that, you have a long period of 6 months where you have to wait. And it was one of the most roller coaster times of your life, because you're like, am I gonna get through? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to perform. I performed. No, I didn't. I have a meeting. Now I'm going back to Body Shop. Oh my gosh. So it is like this. Your mind is like crazy. The time of the semi-finals come. Okay, so I've been working on a piece for about 4 months that I'm going to do on the semi-finals. It had some incredible bits in it. It was like me fire breathing as Kim and Aggie, like how to make potions. Then it had like Natalie Cassidy was going to play the trumpet in it. There was some really, really great stuff that I really wanted to do in it. I get to the day of the semi-finals. Obviously, I'm pooing myself. I forgot the cork, so I knew it was going to be a bad time anyway. So I do a dress rehearsal. Everything's going great. Now, on the last run-through, about 2 hours before the performance, one of the producers said to me, it's not quite working. We don't know why. It's just not transitioning on screen. So instantly I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to change things around. I've got to work things really, really quickly. And, you know, and I'm meant to be going on stage in about an hour and a half in front of 13 million people. I don't think I've ever felt anything more pressurised than that. If you know me, I'm a really, really big flapper, but this sent me into a frenzy. I'm even sweating now talking about it. I remember standing backstage before you went on to the semi-finals, and I thought, I'm gonna be sick. So I walk on stage with a drumstick and a croissant as Natalie Cassidy. Now, when I first spoke, I was like, ugh. My nerves kind of crept in a little bit. And then after that, I was off. And it kind of dipped and then went straight back up again. There's a spider on the ceiling. They didn't buzz me, which was the most thing that I didn't want, because being buzzed live on stage can really throw you. It's moving! But they didn't buzz me. They gave me some constructive feedback, and like, I think just Simon Cowell said like, oh, you're like a dog that needs to be trained, and that spider has gone from there to there to there. I've never done like professional like impressions to stand up and people before. So obviously I'm new to this game of impressions. If it was like, you need to do a dance routine, I'd have been fine, which I did do. I did one as Louie Spence, and I, like, because I've done dance, I'm comfortable with it. But obviously, I was just really nervous. So afterwards, you, like, wait around, and then they call you back on stage, and they're like, this is where you find out if you're through or not. And I just knew, deep down, that I wasn't going to get through. My seat is wet! Oh my god, what is that? That is actual sweat. Great. We stood on stage, the light went red, which I didn't get through. Like, I knew I wasn't going to get through. Like, I didn't even feel like my heart sunk, because I already knew after the comments that I wasn't going to get through. I left, and then afterwards, nothing happens. You leave the show, it's like, bye, nothing, flatline. Go back to your own jobs. And I didn't know what to do with myself. Luckily, I made friends with like Meet Diva, who were on the show, and we just stuck together like this. But because of that like lonely space, we decided to do some YouTube stuff, and that is how this channel started. And if it wasn't for Britain's Got Talent, I wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be watching this now. So thank you, Britain's Got Talent, for the amazing experience, because it means that I get to upload regularly for you guys, and you guys get to enjoy it. Yes. So anyway, that is my Britain's Got Talent story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, because it actually was quite a roller coaster for me to say. Believe it or not, it's quite emotional to talk about, because I don't really talk about it much, because I kind of just suppress it. So I'm really glad that I've shared this with you. If you do want more story times, please leave your like appreciation for the video, and I'll try and get some more for you. But it is really fun to just like get it out, flap and get it out. Like, I really want to tell you about the time that I got concussion on stage, which was really funny. So hopefully, if you want that, leave it in the description. No, leave it in the comments below. Up there is another story time video of the time that Dairy McDong told me that I needed to leave the stage. And then you can subscribe, as I upload twice a week with bonuses sometimes on a Sunday. Please subscribe, as we are trying to hit 100k by the end of this year, and I really want to do it, and we have to grow together. Teamwork, cucumbers. And I will see you on Friday for Meghan Trainor parody, Me Too. Am I down with the kids yet? Just a PS, I have never watched my semi-final audition because I can't watch it. Because it's not me at my best, and I can't watch that. So I have not watched that. I can't watch the comments. I can't watch anything. I can't even watch the normal audition. Like, I just can't watch it. So, because she's going to be putting VTs and stuff in it, this one over here, this mug called Jodie, is going to be editing this video. Good luck, Jodie.